Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
And right now at 7 o'clock on the Channel 3 streaming app, we begin with developing news this morning. President Trump will wake up inside Walter Reed Medical Center as he continues to recover from COVID-19. The president was taken to Walter Reed on Friday after his oxygen levels dropped. But his condition has improved. In fact, yesterday, he made a somewhat controversial trip outside the hospital to thank some of his supporters. Channel 3's Roger Susannon has the very latest.
President Trump thanked Walter Reed medical staff in a video he tweeted yesterday afternoon.
The nurses, the doctors, everybody here. I've also gotten to meet some of the soldiers and the first responders, and what a group.
The president then took a ride outside to see his supporters. With Secret Service members in the car, the drive drew criticism from an attending physician at Walter Reed. They might get sick, they may die, Dr. James Phillips tweeted. The irresponsibility is astounding.
It's been a very interesting journey. I learned a lot about COVID. I learned it by really going to school. This is the real school. This isn't the let's read the book school.
But Trump's personal doctor says the president is recovering well and could be discharged later today.
The fact of the matter is that he's doing really well, that he is responding.
But former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb says doctors should remain cautious.
Typically what we see is in the first week you have sort of the viral response phase of the infection, and it's that second week when patients sometimes get into trouble.
Roger Susannon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
According to Reuters, 65% of Americans believe the president probably would not have been infected if he had taken the virus more seriously. We turn now to the coronavirus in Connecticut. COVID cases in Waterbury are on the rise. More people are testing positive in that city, including an aide to the mayor and the police chief. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal has what we know right now about the concerning uptick.
The city of Waterbury is trying to crack down on the coronavirus after a spike in the number of cases. Two people working closely with Mayor Neil O'Leary are among those who've tested positive. The mayor has tested negative so far. An advisor to the mayor, David Lepore, contracted the virus. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo also tested positive. He says he has mild symptoms and is working from home as he quarantines. Chief Spagnolo doesn't know how he got COVID, but some of his police officers did come into contact with an infected person while serving a search warrant.
A warrant service had been done on an infected individual, unbeknownst obviously to the officers, performing the warrant service. And a couple of them did develop some symptoms.
Waterbury police officers are now being tested for COVID. Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And we're playing breaking news from overnight in Newington. Crews there are cleaning up after a car drove right into a building on Payne Road. Police have not said if anyone was hurt in that crash. We're working to get more details on what led up to that incident.
All right, weather-wise across Connecticut, dry for much of the state. However, southeastern Connecticut getting in on a little wet weather this morning. Some rain ongoing for the morning commute. A little bit closer inspection here on early warning pinpoint Doppler. We've got some brief downpours working through Bosra, Norwich, also around Voluntown, also moving in from off the Sound from, say, Old Saybrook and Old Lyme eastward through New London, Mystic over towards Stonington and Westerly. So this is on the backside of an area of low pressure that's moving offshore. So the rain should come to an end as we head through the next couple of hours. Temperature-wise, quite a spread from northwest Connecticut, where we're in the mid-40s, to the mid-50s throughout coastal and southeast Connecticut. Winds are up out of the north at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So where I can view from Torrington, showing overcast but dry conditions there. That's a common theme from Hartford. More of the same from New Haven, but again into southeastern Connecticut. It's not so dark, actually, from New London. We actually have some rain coming down, which we could have shown you there with where I can view from New London, and there's our view from Middletown looking downstream of the Connecticut River. So again, we've got We've got rain that is moving offshore in association with this area of low pressure that is bringing rain to the Cape and Islands. So again, we're on the back side of this, and throughout the region, things are going to be otherwise quiet today after this morning rain, giving way to a partly sunny sky this afternoon with a chance for a couple of showers. So here is Futurecast looking at tomorrow's weather today through the afternoon. Partly sunny. Most of the time for much of the state it will be dry. Tonight partly cloudy, and then throughout the day tomorrow for our Tuesday forecasting, some intervals of sunshine, maybe a passing shower, but a situation where most of the time much of the state will be dry. So this afternoon, mid and upper 60s should do it for highs, a degree or two warmer than yesterday inland and along the shoreline, but pretty typical for this time of year. Across the Atlantic basin, we've got two things we're watching. Closest to home is Gamma. A little bit behind that is tropical depression number 26. Gamma is moving around, kind of meandering. Sustained winds at 50 miles an hour is expected to dissipate or become a remnant low by later in the week. But more importantly is tropical depression number 26, as this is forecast to become a tropical storm as we head through the rest of today. Upon doing so, it's going to take on the name Delta. It is forecast to go between the Yucatan Peninsula and the western tip of Cuba as we head Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. By then, perhaps a Category 1 hurricane, and then all interest from Louisiana eastward through the Gulf Coast could receive some sort of impact from this storm. Right now, the National Hurricane Center has it Thursday night, Friday morning, approaching the Louisiana coast as perhaps a Category 2 hurricane. So meanwhile, back here in Connecticut, looking for, again, a passing shower tomorrow, temps near 70, 72, even warmer on Wednesday, about 5 degrees above average. Chance for rain late in the day Wednesday with a cold front behind that, breezy, cooler. Highs only in the lower 60s on Thursday. Friday, mostly sunny near 60. So we'll end the week on a cool note. That surge of cooler air is going to be fairly short-lived as we're back to 70 or better for the upcoming weekend. And speaking of the weekend, forecasting a lot of sunshine, dry weather for both days.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Hope you have a great day.